My name is Mark Green, and I'm a PhD oceanographer and oyster farmer. I grow oysters here in Casco Bay in the beautiful Gulf of Maine. It started as kind of a hobby, like I think a lot of people start. I got one of the smaller LPAs through the state, the limited purpose aquaculture licenses. And I started very small scale. I think I got 10,000 oyster seed my very first year. Killed probably 9,999 of them, but grew that one beautiful oyster. At least it was enough to kind of set the hook. About 7 years ago, I went and got a regular size lease, a couple acre lease, and abandoned the LPAs altogether. I invested in two pieces of equipment. I bought the tumbler, which is used to grade oysters out, separate them into different sizes. That's a $10,000 investment. In addition to the grader, I bought an upweller, which is used to take very small oyster seeding. So the upweller allows you to pull all this water past them. They don't compete for food, and their growth rates are probably 10 times what they would be otherwise. Oyster aquaculture is really, the aquaculture industry in general, and oysters in particular, have really exploded in the state of Maine in the last bunch of years. I was talking about the limited purpose aquaculture licenses earlier, and not too many years ago there was a handful of them, and today there's over 700. And so the oyster production is going to really increase in this state in the coming years. So there's going to be a lot of product on the market. And city of Portland is there's 60,000 people in the city of Portland, and there's just not the market's not there for the amount of oysters that are going to be produced in this state. And when you have these small limited purpose licenses and you're trying to grow 10, 20,000 oysters, we're talking about 700 people trying to, wanting to sell 20,000, 30,000 oysters in the state of Maine. If these small licenses, presumably most of those people don't have the infrastructure necessary to ship those things out of state. My concern the last couple of years has been a flooding of the Portland market and driving the price down for everybody. Right now the price is relatively high. You can do well selling an oyster in Portland, Maine, but it's just a question of supply and demand, and as the supply goes up, price is going to go down. So we've made a conscious effort over the last year in particular to start moving our own product out of state. I mean, we still sell most of what we grow in Portland. We were kind of an early entry into the Portland market, and we've established a presence there, and the restaurants want our basket island oysters. They're in high demand. But that said, we've also realized that we need to start expanding and kind of reaching out. It's a big country out there, and there's a lot of oyster bars. You can go to Phoenix, Arizona, and there's a bunch of oyster bars. It doesn't matter where you are, there's oyster bars. And they're all interested in buying Maine product.